Hello, mighty marketers of the digital dawn. Alex Matthey here from Balance Digital Live, and it's my pleasure to share a couple of thoughts. At the end of my working week, I just came home and I'm relaxing. I had my juice. Don't forget the 90-day Perth challenge for health as well, which was this time a grapefruit juice. And it's about 5 o'clock. Family is not yet at home. They went in the city. And I was driving at home and listening to something which is of general interest. I spent quite a number of years in corporate life, as you may be aware, maybe not, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not a financial specialist, but I have a particular interest in maybe investment and transactions, being around finance in general. Now, a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine and of my wife, a family friend, is for many years involved, probably 6-7 years into some financial deals. And I was listening on the tangent. She was sharing a couple of links with me. And today, while I was driving at home, she sent me a link which I was listening to, and it was an interesting one because it talks about the 17 signs of the major financial reset of the world. Now, I was putting the big picture together, and I was talking with other friends as well, investors, and of course looking at what is happening around us. And generally speaking, I would say, without being at all alarmist, it is an opportunity. In fact, it's a huge opportunity for those of us who are ready to invest time and energy, which supposes that we have already something running because we can afford that. And we can only afford if we have some passive income or we have already something running on the side. But for a small set of people interested in finance, interested in investment, it's good to look at it. I'm not talking about bitcoins and cryptocurrency and blockchain. This is one of the 17 signs if you desire. But there are many other things. Now, that friend of mine, an Australian lady, is working with 2 bankers, but the group is much bigger. And she was talking about basically reissuing a new currency, a gold-backed currency, or basically another dollar, which is still the dollar, but some sort of major rearrangement to happen in the background. So if it resonates with you, if you're interested in finance, I would recommend to start to read up on YouTube. There are quite a number of things. Cryptocurrencies being one. Basically, the dollar will lose its value or its functionality to be the reserve currency of the world. The euro will come up a little bit, but more importantly, the yuan, the Chinese currency. And of course, Bitcoin will be one of them as well. So some important things in the world will be denominated. Now, why it is important? Just think about, we are at the forefront of commerce. We are at the forefront of a new industrial era, or it's a new information-based and internet-based exchange. So basically, we are somewhere in a pivotal place of the economy, of the new world order, because we are talking about exchanges which are happening all over the world, and we are reaching out with our activity not only to countries because we are from all over the world, but because we are hooking up people, producers, manufacturers, service providers from one part of the globe to customers who are sitting wherever they happen to be and they have interest in that particular service or product. So we are indirectly involved in all of that. I'm not talking about the fact that our own, let's say, commission can be denominated very soon in bitcoins or in gold or whatever else. I'm talking about the fact that by definition we are at the forefront of something, and a revolution happening in our neighborhood, a financial reset, financial revolution at world level. The two things converge very strongly. So for those of you who that represents a certain interest, definitely spend time and read up. For those of you who are most adventurous and they sit on a pile of cash, invest in Bitcoin until it crashes totally and loses its value, but will go up again, obviously. Maybe there is an interesting opportunity. It's absolutely not my case. I dread to be involved in gambling at that level anyway. But now, for most of us, even not at all interested in finance, I would just suggest one thing. if you spend some time and you understand what is happening, what does it mean, the economic reset? What does it mean, changing of currencies, the world financial reserves? It gives a very credible and supplementary argument to what we propose to people who potentially can join us. Because what does it mean is that we are basically walking hand in hand with something which is happening already anyway. Nobody can avoid it. Maybe not everybody will become network marketer or affiliate marketer or importer or anything which is closely or remotely related to what we do, but every will be touched or impacted by the fact that something is happening in the financial world. So if people are concerned, they can listen to us. It just gives us extra credibility. It gives us an extra argument. So it's, between many other things, it can be, let's say, another 5 seconds, 10 seconds in our videos, an allusion, using it as an argument, using it as an example, interwoven intelligently with what we do, that can represent certainly a plus. Obviously, we appeal to the people's, let's say, intellect, to their emotions. We grab them by the feeling. That's absolutely true. But at the same time, there are quite a number of people who would react out of let's say, how credible you are in my eyes. And for those who act on that as well, and are inclined to be influenced by, I would say, more mind-related argument instead of being soul or heart-related arguments, that's an extra little thing. And anyway, it's very good for the general culture as well, since we will be impacted at the end of the day, all of us as well. So please, with that, take your time, browse a little bit, read up, and see what happens in the wild world of finances on the globe. We are going to be at the lodge, so looking at everything from the first row. With that, I wish you a very nice beginning of the weekend. At least for me, that's already the case. And catch you very soon. Bye-bye.